can't see clear, think I'm lost inside, and the end is near, it's just not there.
Hey guys, it's 681 Shadow. Welcome to another video on Genshin Impact. So yesterday, it was like late last night, early this morning at some point, but we were given some new information about what's going to be coming up in 1.2. MiHoYo did a developers discussion, which this is a good thing. You know, people have different questions and they give answers saying like, oh, these are things that we plan to implement either next update or sometime in the future. I believe they did this for 1.1 as well. I wasn't really going over Genshin too much during 1.0 because I was just getting acquainted with the game, you know, figuring out all this kind of everything about the game, or as much as I can at least. You know, I'm still learning stuff, so I didn't really do too much content there. But for 1.2, you know, I know a lot more now than I did during 1.0, so I do want to give my 2 cents, you know, going over the news that was put out for Genshin. So yeah, they have a few questions here, and there's a very cool thing that we'll take a look at. It's the last thing they talk about in this post. But let's get right into it, going over all the info here for 1.2 that we know confirmed from MiHoYo. So first question: I wish there was a private chat function so I can chat to friends before entering their world. And they say that's going to come in 1.2, and if they're offline, they'll receive the message the next time they log in. So this is pretty good because it allows for people, like, I'm sure there's plenty of people who have people on their friends list that they either don't know in real life, they don't have them on Discord. Which, I mean, if you want people to, if you want some more friends, you can join my Discord, link in the description. But it's definitely really cool to be able to have this chat feature. So you can maybe be like, if you see someone online that helped you with a domain or something before, you could be like, hey, you're trying to run this domain, or maybe like try to run other different challenges with those people if you know they're good and you know that they can help you out and you can help them out. So that being implemented in game is definitely good quality of life update. Then question 2. My friends keep changing their nicknames all the time and I can't remember who is who. I wish I could add a note. So basically, for this one in 1.2, they're gonna add a like custom nickname thing, so you can set a custom nickname for all of your friends. And so no matter what they change their in-game name to, you'll still know who is who. Like for example, my guy Dre, he changes his name a lot on Genshin, but he keeps Dre in it, so I know who it is, and I also don't have too many friends on my friends list right now. But, like, I could also just use this to change his name to Dre, so I can just know who he is, so it has that little tag thing. So I think it's a solid feature. It's not something I'm probably going to use that much, because I don't think many people on my list don't really change their name. I think Dre is the only one. So, and I don't change my name at all. People know who I am. So, there is that. Alright, so, question 3. I wish I could add a trackable pin, so after closing the map, I know which way to go. Just like with quest objectives, it gets annoying having to repeatedly open the map and check on a journey because you keep going off track along the way. So this is definitely a pretty solid update because for me, I only recently started pinning stuff on my map, and I really think I should have done it earlier. But I've started to pin certain like important resources. Like now that I have, like, for example, now my 2 5-stars are Zhongli and Keqing. I've marked up as many core lapis spots as I've been able to find because I need that for both of them. And core lapis is annoying to get like no matter how you slice it. So having those like pins set up is nice, but being able to navigate to them will definitely be a really nice feature for certain like resources, like going on a certain like path, for example. Like if you're trying to get like going through the optimal like core lapis routes and stuff like that. So I think this one will be pretty cool, honestly. So definitely good with MiHoYo, like really knocking it out of the park with these quality of life updates, for sure. And question 4, I wish I could repeat a domain without having to leave and re-enter. I love this, because especially, you know, once you get to, when you get to the point where you're doing domains on co-op, with, if you're just matching with strangers on co-op, to go through domains, you have to wait with the whole thing of, like, people, you know, like, person might just leave and stuff like that, and like everyone has to go through the cuts. Everyone has to go through like those loading screens taking forever, and instead of making us go through all those like loading screens, if we're all down with to do another run, we can just start it up again. So they're going to be adding that in 1.2, which is going to be really, this is going to be really nice for grinding stuff. It's going to be a little bit of a time save, more gameplay. So another quality of life thing. Mihoyo just, yeah, because I thought 1.1 was the amazing quality of life update, but looking at 1.2, 1.2 is having some great stuff, and there still is more to come as we get down more in this Q&A. So, question 5. I frequently miss out on domain and ley line blossom drops. Having to manually collect them is very inconvenient. So basically, in 1.2, you won't have to collect the drops yourself because they'll be added straight to your inventory. Now, for me, this wasn't really a problem because I always double check. Where like if I got all my drops, and it's kind of nice to see the drops on the ground too, but it will be a little more convenient for the drops to just go straight into my inventory once I harvest the Trounce Blossom or the rewards tree and the domains and stuff like that. So that'll definitely be an interesting quality of life change. I won't have to actually pick them up and mash F on my keyboard. So that definitely is something. All right. Question 6. I want a dialogue autoplay option. So honestly, this will be really cool because like for me when it comes like if I don't want to just like spam click, which I mean normally I do because I just skim the dialogue because like my thing is that I think this is more so for the people who are playing with the voices in their native language. But for me, I play with the Japanese audio because I just think it sounds a lot better. To me, at least, like the English voices, they're still good. You know, they're still good. I just think Japanese. That's how I prefer to play it. And so the dialogue autoplay option doesn't really do much for me because I'm gonna have to wait for those voice lines to finish. So this one won't be good for me. But for people who play, like for example, I know I'm pretty sure Dre plays in English. I know a bunch of people who play in English. So this will be good for them if they don't want to just like keep clicking or whatever. So if they still want to hear the dialogue, so that's definitely good for some people. Good change. Question 7. I wish there was a place to view the dialogue for quests they've already completed. Sometimes it's nice to go back over the story. So we're gonna be getting a travel log section of the archive, which will show all the story dialogue thus far in 1.2, which I think is definitely cool. If there's like some things you want to go back to, and if you want to do it in game, because like you can look at all the dialogue on the like Genshin wiki and stuff like that, but having a way to do it in game for people who want to play back the dialogue this is definitely a good start. But the main thing I want for this game is a cutscene viewer, and I think this is a good step towards that. I think maybe like 1.3, if they build on this even more, we get a cutscene viewer, and then this is awesome because I'm not going to spoil anything of the story, but for those of you who have played the end of the Leeway Archon quests, there's some good cutscenes in that. So I would really love to have those in game, and yeah, hopefully they get that out maybe like 1.3, 1.4, because I definitely want to be able to rewatch cutscenes like that. All right, question 8, which is the last question, but then there's one more thing after that, which is the thing I'm really excited about, and I hope you all are as well. So in co-op mode, progress is interrupted when a player quits the game. Can this be improved? So in the next version, travelers are free to leave co-op domains at any time without interrupting the battle for other travelers. Also during co-op sessions, the host will be able to disband the co-op team but just by returning to single-player mode. After the team is disbanded, travelers' own game progress will be restored. So what I'm getting from this is that I think if you're the host of a co-op game, you don't have to kick everyone anymore before returning to single-player mode. You can just return to single-player mode and it'll just do it automatically, which is nice, quality of life type of thing. And I don't know why this would be a thing that people were worried about. Travelers are free to leave co-op domains at any time without interrupting the battle for other travelers. I don't know why they would want to leave midway, unless they die in the domain. That's the only way I would see that, being a thing that you have to worry about. But once again, quality of life update. It's not really affecting it. This one won't affect me too much in any way, but I'm sure it'll probably affect some people since it's in here to begin with. So there's that. But now the most important thing, last but not least. It turns out that in version 1.2, travelers will be rewarded with 1 Acquaint Fate each time they ascend a character at level 20, 50, or 70. So that means you can get 3 Acquaint Fate per character, which means right now with the amount of characters in the game, you are getting very close to pity on that Acquaint Fate, on the standard banner, which I think is amazing, because that's just giving us free summons. So this also gives more incentive to ascend your characters, even if you're not building them. So this is going to increase playtime, and honestly, that's a really good move from MiHoYo, making it a lot more beneficial. And plus, even if you're not going to get every character to 50 or 70, ascending them at level 20 is not hard at all. It takes barely any materials to do that. So this is definitely a really good move from MiHoYo here, and I'm definitely gonna be excited to get that. I'll probably have how many would I have? I would have at least a multi-summon, I think, with who I've ascended so far and whatnot. But yeah, that is all the info in the developers discussion. Definitely a lot of cool stuff. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys are most excited for that we talked about in here. But with that, that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. Leave a like. And I will see you all in the next one.